I once posted a video on the internet claiming how much I hated the color purple. So I hate purple. And the public rightfully put me in my place. So here are even more hair colors that I hate. A lot of people are under the impression that dark hair colors can only range from the blacks to the chocolate browns. And because of how much depth and pigment they have, they cannot really change or shift to any other color in the rainbow. But I have made it a point over the years to carefully select and try out every single dark hair color that I could think of, especially ones that fall into the midnight ranges. At the beginning of this video was 100% clickbait because I absolutely love all of the dark hair colors, and even with time, dark purples and in general purples have grown on me. Let's rate and review every single dark hair color that you can try. Starting first off with the king of dark hair colors, black hair. I want to start off by saying that natural black is not the same as pure pitch black, very often referred to as natural black or a level 2. This still has quite a bit of warmth into it, and especially when you shine any sort of light onto it, it does reflect a tiny bit brown. But when we go pitch black, and I'm talking permanent level 1 tube dyed black, that thing is devoid of all color. And because of that fact, because of the fact that when you shine light onto it, there is so little dimension, so much light is either just straight up absorbed if curly, or else like shown back. This color is intimidating, and as a result, one of the most powerful hair colors that you can have. I am going to be fully honest, every single time I had pitch black hair, I felt like a queen. I felt like I could dominate everything, everyone. And the fact that I would normally do this in winter, which is when I have like really white alabaster pale skin, the effect is even more intensified. It is even more intense, it is darker, it is more aggravated. The whole thing just conveys a lot more. This color, I would give it a 7 on 10. It has a really good opportunity to be powerful, intimidating, and overall gives this very cool witch vibes. Not for everyone. You really do need the personality to carry black. Moving on then to a color that did surprise me, pure purple. And I mean pure. I've made it no secret over the years that I have a disdain for the color purple. And that is because most purples aren't actually purples. They are a combination of purples and pinks. Kind of like this right here, although this is reading a lot more purple. Last year I tried for the very first time just a true really stunning fucking purple. The combination of the depth of this color plus the length of hair that I had at the time and the darker roots that I also had, this ended up becoming one of my favorite colors ever. I also really hate to admit it, it matches my skin tone. Purple done correctly has just enough warmth to be able to feed into pinker skin tones that I have, but then quite a bit of blue that it can also look good with darker or olive skin tones. Don't believe me? I actually launched this particular color in a wig for my wig collection, and Halima looks so freaking good with this wig on. It actually blew me away, the fact that she was wearing a vivid purple wig, and she made it look absolutely stunning. And then obviously this was a human hair wig that I styled into this really gorgeous like 90s updo sort of a half down half up moment. It was overall a really cool look. That does bring me into the sponsor of this video, my own brand Stellari Hair. We just released 4 brand new intensely gorgeous human hair wigs in 4 of the most striking hair colors ever. This collection is absolutely perfect if you have an affinity and a profound love for deeper, darker colors, but still love a lot of that vividness that they carry. I am going to be linking them in the description box below, and if you're a newbie to wigs, these are super amazing. But for now, let's get back into this video. This purple color I am going to be giving an 8 on 10 because I loved it so much, and I did actually keep it for such a long time despite the fact that I traditionally dislike purple. Speaking of pinks and berries, the deep berry pink, also known as a dark magenta, also known as burgundy, this color is top tier. I do routinely go back to this hair color. In fact, up until recently, I did have this hair color for many months. If you have especially a pinker or rosier skin tone, there is no hair color that is going to fit you better. This hair color has just the right amount of color to feed into the pinkness of your skin, but is not intense enough to look, for lack of a better word, stupid. It is spectacular. It is such a beautiful color, and it does tend to look good, so good on so many people. people. This was my particular color in the wig campaign and I fucking loved it. It's also one of those colors that really isn't that difficult to achieve, whether you have super dark hair and need to lift a tiny bit, or else you already have a light base and you just want to build on top of it. The goodness of the magenta color is that irrelevant of where your starting point is, most likely you can achieve some shade of it, and especially even if you go slightly more purple, slightly darker, or slightly redder, the color does still end up looking really good, like really good. This is a color that I consider a comfort color, and I repeat every single winter, I'm gonna give this color a 10 out of freaking 10. It is so well deserved.
Probably one of my favorite wigs in the collection, but I'm literally going to be saying that for literally every single wig, because obviously I am obsessed with everything that has color in it, that is long, that is gorgeous, that is thick. But now I need to go get ready, because this is Skims, but it is not 90s, and it is not executive enough.
Feeling
Weird. This isn't my aesthetic. I like it though. It's giving bad teacher. I'm sorry. It's giving like naughty something.
no, it's definitely giving like
Especially when I do it like this.
the professor that everyone wants to sleep with.
Easy
Of
enough.
Samantha. Oh my god, okay, now I
Jesus.
understood. We could use Juno. Have you ever tried this one?
My god, that would be so good.
You know what's gonna be on this list? Emerald green. Oh my god, let me tell you the story of emerald green. 6 years ago, I saw this random photo on Pinterest of this really just deeply, intensely green hair color. I've never seen that before in my life. It also wasn't yet popular in furniture or any sort of trendy clothing. It really was a rarity at the time, especially because it technically fell under the green category. Green hair just wasn't appealing. This really wasn't the time to be experimental. And yet I came across this photo on Pinterest, and me being 20, I was determined to nail it. 3 separate times I attempted this color, 3 times I got 3 different results. On the 3rd time, this color is the one that I achieved. I think a lot of the times we are scared of what a particular color can look like because of how outrageous it is. But in reality, a lot of the times, especially these darker tones, do have such a capacity to look good on us. This color does require a slightest tan, a slightest bronziness to pull it off effectively. But if you do have either a darker skin tone naturally or else you tan easy in the summer, this color I cannot recommend enough. It is so unique, yet it is so instantly recognizable. It is also somehow elegant. Don't ask me, it is. It ended up being so impactful in my life, and so many people ended up knowing me as the emerald hair girl that I made it my entire freaking brand. I literally mean, this is how my wigs arrive. I'm freaking obsessed with this color. Just like imagine this, but in hair. You know what's really easy to transition from emerald green? Dark, deep navy blue. Oh my god, also sometimes known as midnight blue. This hair color, funny enough, is a tiny bit difficult to achieve. In fact, in my life, I think I've only attempted it maybe a few times, just because it does tend to fade so quickly. But I remember there was one winter of 2018, again, alabaster skin, really lacking color, and I think I had some weird pasty color underneath. Desperately thinking what the hell I could do, so I was experimenting, and I ended up with the most gorgeous, like deep blue color ever. This is like pure, proper azure blue, not really reflecting onto green, not really reflecting onto purple. Wore a lot of cooler shades, made this an entirely complementing look. I don't necessarily know that this is a hair color that I would recommend on an everyday basis, because again, it is quite out there and it fades relatively quickly into a gray color, but it is something that if you want to really show up with something truly unique, and I mean more unique than purple and emerald green, navy blue might just be the color for you. I'd say this was a 7 on 10. Emerald green hair, 10 out of 10 as well. 10 out of freaking 10. You guys might be surprised to find this color on the list because it is brown. I'm not saying your average brown. I do intensely mean a chocolate brown that is so trendy and gorgeous at the moment because of just how lush it can look, just how gorgeously crafted and luxurious it can look when it's done right. It has the depth of like a level 4 brown, but it has just the right tonality put on top. Sometimes the color reads warmer, but my personal favorite is when it registers just a hint beiger. It's just a bit colder and the whole look just looks so put together, so grown up, and just absolutely exquisite. Chocolate brown is it. I'm gonna give this a 6 on 10. Eggplant purple. This isn't the same as deep purple. It does kind of read a tiny bit darker as well than just a traditional deep purple. I want to say if you want to try something desperately, like really truly striking but still HR approved, eggplant purple can be genuinely such a good solution. Especially if you don't necessarily want to lighten your hair but you do have some naturally lighter bits that just naturally occur in the sun. Applying such a color all over might mean that your own roots remain perfectly natural, neutral and brown, but your ends pick up just the gorgeousest, most stunning little hint of this deep purple color that when the sun hits it just right, it lights up. And that little glimmer of color can be so much more seducing than an all-over effect that sometimes I really do love just a whisper of a shade. Now, if you do want to try any single one of these colors but you do not want the commitment, I did release a series of wigs ready to wear that you can just go and apply. I myself am wearing Power Purple at the moment with the bang option, but every single one of the colors is available in a straight format as well with no layering or cuts if you genuinely just want that look. But if you want to blend it a bit better, go for bangs. So want to learn how I achieved any single one of the colors that I mentioned in this video, I am going to be linking them down below or in a playlist, and you can follow every single one with an exact tutorial of how to do it on your own hair. This is how I styled my wig for this video. I thought it was super fun. I think it's a very fun like little twist on and up to. And I have worn this wig for 4 days straight now. So far, it's holding on. So if you're also looking for a long-term solution for wigs, this can be really, really good. If you want to see more of these videos and want to support my page, definitely hit the subscribe button, like, share, and follow, and comment down below which of these colors you're going to be going for. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I genuinely love this color so much. Ooh.